Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Anil Wadhwa, Secretary East, Ministry of External Affairs, my colleagues on the dais from different chambers and industry associations, distinguished guests, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. CII is delighted to be a part of the Delhi dialogue process. The ASEAN region has been demonstrating steady economic growth, coupled with dynamic growth that we are witnessing in India at the moment. Indian industry believes that we could leverage each other's capabilities to form a formidable economic force. India's bilateral trade with ASEAN has grown about 75% in the last 5 years. The India-ASEAN economies complement each other. India has comparative advantage in IT and ITES, medical tourism, education, space science, while ASEAN is strong in the energy sector, automobile industry, and financial sectors. A special mention needs to be made of Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, and Vietnam, or CLMV economies. During the last 10 years, India's total trade with the CLMV countries has had a tenfold increase. ASEAN investments in India over the last 8 years amounted to $28 billion, while Indian investments in ASEAN reached $32 billion. ASEAN accounts for around 13% of the investment inflows into India. There are a lot of potential for substantially enhancing engagement between India and ASEAN. Some of these I'll mention. First, of course, is energy and resources sector. India can harness untapped energy potential in CLMV countries. For instance, Laos PDR has a hydropower capacity of 26,000 megawatts, but the installed capacity there is just about 1/4 of what they require. It is now looking for foreign investments in its power sector. Cambodia and Myanmar are also inviting private investments in their energy sectors. Information and communication technology is the other area. In terms of ICT, the economies of India and ASEAN are complementary. India's expertise as a software services provider, coupled with ASEAN's ICT manufacturing prowess, can lead to a win-win situation. Agriculture. India's expertise in agribusiness and horticulture will be of direct relevance to agriculture-dependent CLMV countries. India and ASEAN can collaborate in climate-resistant, high-yield rice hybrids, capacity building in farm mechanization, and so on. Tourism. While a large number of Indian tourists frequent countries such as Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, there is enormous scope to promote tourism to the other countries in the ASEAN region, especially in the CLMV region. Similarly, there is an enormous scope for tourists from ASEAN to visit India, not only for recreation, but also for health. Investments. India and ASEAN need to take advantage of the opportunities created by the India-ASEAN FTA in services and investments. They can promote cross-border investments by linking investment promotion agencies, foreign investors, and local entrepreneurs. In addition, Indian companies can seek to connect with ASEAN's well-developed regional value chains. Now, what role could CII play? CII has been actively working to strengthen relations with Southeast Asia. The CII Southeast Asia office was opened in Singapore in 1994, which coincided with the government's announcement of the Look East policy. The focus has been to work both with corporates and governments in the ASEAN region to devise a strategy which promotes an enduring and mutually beneficial economic relation spanning trade, investment, technology transfer, and so on. CII has established ties with 34 institutional partners in the ASEAN region to further bilateral and multilateral cooperation. CII also provides key support to forums like Indo-Myanmar Joint Trade and Investment Forum. The ASEAN-India Car Rally is another key initiative of CII, which was undertaken in 2004 and 2012. And this aimed to strengthen people-to-people contacts and business engagements. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.